So Jeff, you're popping them up off the bottom like that, and you say they get these croakers, they get down immediately in the grass when they hit down there?
When you're throwing these fish out there in the water, this deep water, they're scared. They've been put in a boat, run over here 50 miles an hour, stop, and get thrown in a hook. The first thing they do is swim and get down in that grass to hide from whatever's out there that's gonna eat them. So by me popping them, which you'll see me doing all day long, I'm pulling them off the bottom to where the fish that are down there can find them. And usually, I call it putting them on the table. When you're on the fish and you get them going, when you pop them up out of the grass, it'll get picked up. We'll put it on the table.
2, 3.
Oh! Get it, baby.
He's catching the fish,
That feels like a good trout there, bro. Or a red.
There's been some real nice trout over here, Blair. That's why I was excited about this whole deal. I knew we'd be able to get on a couple nice ones.
Now on a trout, same as around where I live, they got what they call a paper mouth, and they used to have a nickname of a paper mouth. Well, that's not a bad trout at all, man.
Ready for
We gonna let any of these go today?
We can let them all go if you'd like, Blair.
Oh, let's get.
They're kind of good to eat.
Yeah, they are good. These hook good. I'm gonna grab him. Now, once again, folks, if you're gonna release them, always wet your hand, because these trout have such tiny scales that, see how that hook fell out? That's why they call it a paper mouth. They got nicknamed. But if you see how that hook just kind of tears it, it's really, really, really fragile. Will just fall out like that. It creates a little bit of a hole in his mouth, but the sun's fixing to pop out. I'm gonna put him over here in the sunlight so you can see this trout. Now that, brother, is a trout. And that would classify as a Mogan.
A Mogan?
A Mogan.
All right.
A Mogan gator trout.
Right on.
But look at this purple that they get. When they get big, they get this purple color on top of their head.
Beautiful colors on that fish.
And a lot of times this purple will follow all the way down. At least they do in Florida. But what do you say we get this guy back in the water?
Get him in there.
And we will, and we will let him go. That's a nice fish, Jeff.
Beautiful.
Well, Jeff, that was an awesome fish. We're fishing the lower Laguna Madre. We got Captain Geoff Austin with us today, and we're fishing one of my favorite spots right here in Port Aransas, Corpus Christi area, the upper Laguna Madre,
Yes,
correct?
sir.
Not
Upper
the
Laguna.
lower, we're in the upper. So y'all stay tuned to this episode of Addictive Fishing, because we are trout fishing today with croakers. One of my first time doing croakers with trout. I tell you, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'd go for another one of those, bro.
Right on, let's do it. Hey, hey! Birds everywhere.
Yeah, they are. Well, I want to show y'all one thing that I'm doing with this wind. A lot of times when I cast, I like to keep the lure or the bait as low as I can, so when right before it hits, I'll close the bail and let the bait hit the water. But right now what I'm doing, I'm casting up high. We got these baits hooked right in the tail, which gives them a weight forward. So when they go in, they enter the water this way, and there's so many birds back behind us that are getting our baits a lot. What we're doing is casting high, and it lets it go down. The bait actually does a nosedive into the water real quick. So the baits get down quicker and the birds don't get them. Give it a little slack. See how quick that bait went underwater, that bird won't get it.
It's like a game, Blair. You got your customers coming out fishing and they're excited. They're with a guide, coming out here paying money, trying to tell them, you know, let the fish get down, let the fish get down. Well, what they'll do is hold their rod up and not let it go to the water where the fish can swim down, and the birds will pick them up. So you're going through half of your box of bait feeding birds.
Well, that ain't good.
No,
Well, what
it's
you need to do then is send them down there to Bradenton, send them down to the IMG Academy down there where I'm teaching school now. And we'll teach them that technique, send them back with you, and you never have that problem again.
Blair, I think that's a real good deal. When Kevin told me about the program you were working on with them, I can imagine you'll have full classes pretty quick.
Oh yeah, that's what we're hoping.
A lot of people want that knowledge and they don't know how to go about getting it. For you to be able to put them in a classroom environment and teach it to them is a bonus, man. It's never been done. It's never been done.
It's a lot different than what's out there, because right now you basically can, you can go listen to guides, do seminars, but we're offering a 5-day class and a 3-day class. And the 5-day class basically covers everything. And it's like, if you don't know which end of the rod to grab when you start the class, you'll be able to go to down here in the lower Laguna Madre and be able to target trout, redfish, all the way around to the maritime states, and you're going to be able to know certain areas just by looking at charts where there's oyster beds, where there's eddies that come around on different tide flows. Because like they say, what is it? 90% of the fish live in 10% of the water. So if y'all do get a chance and are able to come to the school, it's a great summer camp program for your kids. And I can't wait till summertime starts because that's gonna be fun. That's absolutely gonna be fun. And nothing like seeing a kid with his first fish.
Here, fishy, 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 fishy. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go.
Got you one?
Yeah.
All right.
And that's a whack.
Oh, that looks like a good one.
Come on, be there. Nice speck. 18 incher. These fish are fresh, they're so aggressive. I mean, this is a little one, but he's fatty. I'm gonna take that hook out of his mouth and show him to you guys. $17-incher.
That's a beautiful
Sharp
fish.
teeth,
Yellowmouth.
paper mouth, the thin membranes around it. You can see my finger through the membranes on his mouth. And they're toothy critters too. They'll get you. Those eye teeth are sharp. They're loose, they'll fall out and just grow a new one, will pop right back in there. They're very fine, very needle-like teeth on the bottom. And that's what they hold their prey with.
Now, will you say that's a good eating size there?
Oh, that's perfect eating size.
Let's go ahead and keep a couple. You got any place around that'll cook
Little
them up
shore
for
lunch?
us?
Oh, sure I do. Got a nice marina over here that makes cook what you catch.
That sounds good. Let's
We'll
get
do
a
it.
couple for
We'll
lunch
keep
then.
a couple for lunch then. Good deal, Blair. Catch another one. Blair, where can I get these rods at? I'm really liking this rod.
Gander Mountain. Any of the Gander Mountains around here in Texas? Oh, there's a fish right there. That feels like a good one. They fool you.
And they do. They're
They will
strong.
fool you.
They're strong.
This is what we call a little ski trout. And do you have sand trout here too?
Yes, we do. They're mainly a winter fish.
Yeah.
You can go target them in the wintertime. They fall off in the channels. But yeah, we have some. We have some sand trout.
You almost had him a trout dinner right there. Almost. But like you said, any Gander Mountain here in Texas, they have them in Sugar Land and Houston. And check on the website, you can go see where any Gander Mountain is and you can get these rods. And he likes the comfort of them, and if you see right here where we have the reel seat, it's a palm swell and it fits in your palm real good. So what it does, it doesn't cramp your hands up too bad. And you know, you can fish all day with them and not have bad hand cramps.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here.
And didn't the brown pelicans go extinct almost here?
They sure did. And they're on the comeback. I mean, you wouldn't tell nowadays. I mean,
Yeah.
when you clean fish at the bait stand, they're everywhere.
Yeah, same way
it's
in
like-
Florida.
It's like they're the smart birds, you know? They don't go hunt for food. I mean, look at him. He's smart. He knows we'll throw it. Instead of throwing our dead bait, he knows we'll throw our dead bait right to him. They're pretty too. I got one on. I got one on. I got one on. I'm not gonna let him miss this one.
There you go. That one looks a little better.
Don't spit it out. Don't spit it out. See, he's running right towards the boat.
Yeah, yellowmouth
Nice
come
one.
up shaking to the top, man. You gotta love that.
Look, pelican wants to eat him too.
He wanted that, didn't he? He ain't no dumb pelican. He knows these trout are good to eat. Right in the corner of the mouth. And that's the kale type eagle claw, right?
Yes, sir.
That's a kale type hook. We'll cover that in the bait check here a little bit later, but I used to use these a lot when I was trout fishing before the old circle hook got real popular, but nice pretty trout, got the speckles on his back, and that's why they call them speckled trout. And I think we'll take this one. Where are we going?
Laguna Reef.
Laguna-
You catch them, we cook them.
Laguna Reef. Well, I tell you what, put a couple of those in the box. Nice job, great place to come.
Do it.
Y'all want to do this, make sure you look it up on the website. Come catch a bunch of trout, even in the wind like this. Y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back with some more addictive fishing right here from the Upper Laguna Madre, right here in Texas.
Come on, trout. Love it, love it, love it. Come on, babies.
We got rod tip just going.
That's one thing about it. When you're out there with these croaker, if the fish feel you,
Yeah.
when they go to bite it, they will drop the bait.
It's just like a snow. I got like a little bit less line on here than what I need, so I need. Oh, you got one?
Let's see if I can catch this one, Blair.
I have to put that Power
It's
Pro
just
on
swimming
there.
right towards the boat. It's a nice
you
one
another
too.
one?
It's a nice one. 20-incher.
Oh, that is a nice fish there. Nice one. Come over this way. I'll grab him for you. Look at that. And they love them croakers, don't they?
Once you get them going,
Oh, this one's got two pretty fangs. Check that out. Woohoo! Well, that one there I'd like to release, but he was a little bit foul hooked. What I mean by foul hooked is that it got kind of deep down in his throat and it caught his stomach a little bit. And you don't want to release him and have him die on you out there. You'd rather take these back and eat them yourself and have some porpoise come up and eat them. So,
shore lunch it is.
shore lunch it is. I think we're going to eat good today.
Oh, you got a whole bunch of buddies coming to you now, Blair. Right by the fin on the bottom. Right by the fin on the bottom. Make a little bit more noise when you use two of them, then when you get the fish eating, you can go to singles. Let's catch another one.
Well, the croakers that we use them for snook. Snook just absolutely tear the croakers up down around Sebastian Inlet, all the way, any of the inlets. If you drop a croaker down to the bottom and it's, basically the same thing. The snook are pre-spawn, they're all stacking up in the inlets getting ready. You put a croaker down there,
Boom.
he's gone.
Dong.
You ever caught a snook?
Never caught a snook. I plan on going to Florida this year. I've been thinking about it for 3 years, just been staying real busy. But this year I'm gonna make myself get away and go catch the magic snook. I'm not gonna miss this fish. Oh,
You gonna let him swallow
That's a good one.
all the way down?
he's stretching that. That's a fatty, Blair. That's a fatty.
Nice.
That's over 25. I'm just standing here. He's holding my rod bent like that.
If we can get another one on.
Oh, it's big.
Is that
It's a big
Oh,
trout.
yeah, he's
it's
up
a
top.
big trout. Good fish. Good fish.
You got a
Come
grown
on.
one on there?
Good one. I think it might be a fatty, for sure.
I'll give you a hand with this guy.
All right,
That is a nice fish. That's the kind of trout we like to see. Big old yellowmouth, he's hooked good too.
Beautiful fish.
How's that for a speckled trout?
Does that classify as a Mogan?
I believe this one does classify as a mogan.
Right on.
Nice fish. And if you see how I'm grabbing him, always support the belly, especially if you're gonna get a picture with a fish like this, support their belly because they're not made to hang upright. The gravitational pull on them will absolutely, it draws all their innards, all their guts down below, and they'll swim off fine, but a lot of times they will not survive if you hold them up. And if you want to come back and catch them, no, you can always do that. He's back there catching them. I gotta get me a fish. Y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back with some more addictive fishing right here in Texas. Come on, Mr. Redfish.
Eat the spoon, eat the spoon.
Mogan spoon feed him. Oh.
Nice red. Full head, full head.
Oh man, and that looks like a nice one too.
And that's what I'm talking about, baby. We got lots of Mogan here. They do like the Mogan spoons.
He looks a little over 28, don't he? The fat dog redfish. I don't know.
I don't know. I want to put a measure tape on that fish.
We got one here?
I'm sure we do. I saw him moving one around.
Yeah. Oh yeah, look at the belly on that fish. Oh, you know what? That would be the one for the tournament there, brother. That right there is a fat dog
I'm
redfish.
gonna get a measuring stick out. Let's just look.
That's a 10-pound fish. Nice fatty. Nice fatty.
Oh, he's a little large.
He would be a little bit large.
Beauty.
Get him up here
Well.
and show him off again.
Little afternoon redfish.
Little afternoon red. Man, they're pretty, aren't they? That almost looks like a Louisiana redfish.
Hey. We are in Venice. You didn't know that, right?
Oh yeah, we're in
We
Venice.
made a long run this morning.
And I always say I go back and forth in a regular swimming motion like that. See how he's coming back to life? Instead of going back and forth like this with him, like a lot of folks like to do, I go back and forth with him like this, so it gets all that lactic acid worked out. And you always want to take care of these oversized ones. There he goes. Because they're your breeding stock, and you definitely want to put them back in the water and have them be just as fresh as they can. Nice redfish there, Bubba.
Trout for breakfast, red for lunch.
There you go.
Rig It Right by Wright and McGill.
On today's Rig It Right section, we're going to show you what we're using out there this morning. We're using Croakers, same bait I used down south for the big snook, except today we're using them for the big trout. We're taking a number 3, it's a laser sharp, octopus style circle hook, right out of the Addictive Fishing Mogan circle hook kit. And how we're rigging these things is we're taking them and hooking them right in the tail. And when we hook them in the tail like that, it gives them a weight forward action kind of, so when you throw them out, it plunks in the water real quick and they get down in the grass real quick, and the birds, they don't have a chance to grab them. And they were kind of tough out there today. Using a 7-foot Wright McGill Signature Series rod, and this one's a little bit different because it has the palm swell in it. You can use it all day jigging these fish up and down, and your hands won't cramp up on you. Now later on during the day, what we were using, gold spoons, one of the classic redfish lures right here. And we're taking them and we're burning them across the flat. And what I mean by that is you have these sandy spots out in the middle of the grass, and we're taking them, we're burning them right through the middle of the sandy spots, and when the redfish are there, they jump all over them. Another one, a 7-foot Wright McGill Signature Series, just a casting rod in this version. Low profile casting reel, something with a real fast retrieve on it that you can get it through that sand really quick. And when they hit it, and it's a great fight with this rod. There's your Rig It Right section for today. Now come fishing with Capt Geoff.
Rig It Right by Wright and McGill.
Those look like those old T6 trainers.
They are old, man. Here we go.
Hooked up.
A nice one too. I felt his head once. Let's see what we got here. Trying to eat your spoon too, Blair? It's a mini Mogan.
Let me give you a hand with him. That other little rat you got. Let's see. What pound test you got on here?
12.
Lift him in the boat.
I could deadlift him in the boat. You want some slack?
Nah, we'll get him.
He's a fat little one too, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Nice fat little redfish. All right, here we go. Look at that tail. See how blue that tail gets, y'all? That's when you know they're really turned on. That's what we look for in Mosquito Lagoon when they're up tailing. You'll see that tail, that blue tail just going up like that. That is an awesome one. 2 spots, and there he goes. Told you they let you know when they're ready. Well, nice fish. You definitely showed me some new stuff down here in the lower Laguna Madre, upper Laguna Madre. We've been all over. We've caught trout and redfish, ladyfish, no Jack Crevalle, but we have had a ball today. And if y'all ever want to do this, make sure you go to the website, addictivefishing.com, go to the charter section, you'll see his picture there. Book him. You will have a fun day and you'll catch a lot of fish. Don't forget about the website, addictivefishing.com, and the Fishing Academy. Check on that. I'm gonna say that every show now. Check it out. You become a better fisherman. Till next week, adios. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
That was
Enjoyed
awesome
it.
stuff.
Awesome. Good
stuff.
day.
See ya. I got my tongue right? He got hooked a little bit deep. Maybe the hook got his stomach a little bit. You don't want to release him, but when you know
Oh my.